Oh, hey there, it's Laurie Lynnsee, and this is today's Love and Light Message from Spirit. Today's Thursday. I think it's the 26th. Oh, so it's 26, because the date ended. Yesterday, our card was Positive Attitude, and I had a few people reach out and say, that's exactly what I needed. And I thought, okay, confirmation from Spirit. Don't rant during your love and lights. I've been ranting a lot lately because of the whole world. And I need to be more grounded. We all need to be more grounded and know and trust that everything's going to work out and that the tower is going to fall and we're going to benefit from that. But in the meantime, it's so hard. It's so hard doing a soul's journey. So I don't know how many of you are following this thing about the reality TV show that had all those kids, the 19 kids, and now the second one is up on charges and his wife's on charges. And since it came out that his wife's up on charges, that's when I lost it. That's when I heard, last Saturday, that she now has 8 charges pending for having to do with her children. She's got 4 children. And I kept thinking, something just doesn't feel right about this. And if you watch me, you know I'm all about the victims. So her children are definitely victims of all this. And in a lot of ways, she's a victim of it too, even though she's complicit, right? But she's also in a cult. They're all in a cult. But last night, somebody that I follow on the Tube of You did some reporting. This is somebody who is not infiltrated, but knows a lot of people in that family's circle, and so can get information. And it came out that the wife has a chronic illness. She deals with fatigue. She deals with pain. And I think this is what I was connecting with her on Saturday, was that she's having a hard time being a mother, a very hard time being a mother. The reports were that her house is a mess. She's having a hard time keeping up with parenting, and that her home has become unsafe. And for somebody like me who has a disability, I totally get that. My house is not perfect, and if somebody were to come into my house right now, I'd probably be embarrassed, but because I can't do the simplest things, like standing at a sink, doing the dishes, is hard for me. So it takes me a long time to do stuff. It takes me a long time to clean, and I have a husband, but he works, a 40-hour work week, physical labor. He's exhausted. I'm unable to do the laundry anymore because the laundry is in our basement, which, who thought it was a good idea to put laundry in a basement? It must be a man. These home builders, my home was built in the 80s, so if I could have one dream, I would move my laundry to the main level of my house. I've got a robin out here. We have several birds that live on our property, and in the trees, we have those soldier trees, herbavitas, I think they're called. In the entire time I have owned property with my husband, we've never had deciduous trees on our property. We've always had evergreen, which is very handy in the fall. We never have to do leaf removal, whereas our neighbors have beautiful trees, so we get to enjoy it. I don't know, where did I go? Oh, just another thing about the patriarchy is that our homes are not built for people. Who wants to carry a ton of laundry down a set of stairs, do the laundry, and bring it all back up? Who decided that was a good plan? I'm sure plumbers were involved in that decision too, but we have toilets and sinks on the main level. Why can't every home just have laundry facilities on the main living? So, and it's been that way in every home we've lived in, except that we did live in a condo together and it was on the main floor. But at that point, I was not, I didn't have issues. So my heart goes out to this woman for that reason, that she's dealing with chronic illness and she's got a husband who's not supportive. My husband is supportive, but I wish I could have outside help, just like I'm sure this wife does too. Attend to your spiritual needs. Create a more prosperous life. And prosperous doesn't have to mean financial. Spirit is telling me. But manifest the life that you want. I think we had that a few days ago. Attend to your spiritual needs. And right now, for a lot of us, our spiritual needs is regulating our central nervous system. Like, it's not normal for me to just start talking and to start crying. That means that my central nervous system is not regulated. I love this because it's like a magnifying glass, but it also reminds me of a compass, your inner compass. And look at those orbs. I've had a lot of people say to me that in the last week, they've seen a lot of orbs around me in my videos. And these remind me of orbs. Yes, they're very large orbs. If you want to see some cool orb stuff, my Reiki spiritual healer does stuff with orbs, and she videotapes it, and you can totally see them like interact with her in her environment. My hair feels weird today. So attend to your spiritual needs. And one of the first things you could do is just breathing. You don't have to spend an hour meditating every day or, at your lunch hour. You can just do breathing. And a simple breathing activity is to inhale for 4 counts through the nose and exhale for 6 out through your mouth. And if you can do the exhale even longer, like 7 or 8 counts, if you are inhaling less time than you are exhaling, you're telling your system you are safe. So let's practice that together. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. And it's important, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through your mouth. Again, tells your central nervous system to settle down. Attend to your spiritual gifts. That might be the first card. Nope, anointed with love is the first card. Creating a more pleasant life requires giving extra attention to your spiritual needs. You can begin by developing a conscious awareness of the wonders of who you are and what you hope to achieve. How can you make your experiences much more effective and loving? What is your idea to bring meaning to your exchanges with others? By seriously attending to your heart's desire, you can explore your behavior and shape interactions that are more beneficial to your life. No matter how hard the journey, have the total assurance that you will succeed. The mantra, I have an optimistic spirit and the ability to maximize my potential for success. So, creating serenity is also a vibrational level. It's, moving up the dial. I have an optimistic spirit and the ability to maximize my potential for success. Remember that calming, self-regulating breathing technique. Use it a few times a day. It takes only a few minutes. Let's bring in the calmness and then release. I hope you're all having a blessed day. Love and light.